So the topic is Hashimoto's and glutathione. So it's kind of when I isolate when you isolate one of these, in this particular case, antioxidants out versus all of the other things in the constellation of Hashimoto's, it's a little more challenging to give you a good picture of this. So if you're asking this question, you already know that. Maybe you don't know, but it's a good possibility you already know that glutathione is a huge antioxidant, meaning, and it's made in your liver and it's made in your cells. So like it's in your cells. So it's protecting your cells from oxidative stress, you overworking, you overdoing it, you over drinking, you over smoking, all these things that create these reactive oxidation species that are destroying our health, and not sleeping, and so on and so forth. So glutathione dampens the oxidative stress that is created by those things and more that damage your cells, damage your mitochondria. Now, and the glutathione, some people know it as primarily the big detoxer because it is anti-inflammatory, it is antioxidant. It's a big part of your liver detoxification. There's a glutathione pathway in your liver that takes smells and chemicals and takes. I'm sensitive to lotions. I'm sensitive to hair shampoos. Those come into your system as particles. They get into your bloodstream, they get into the liver, and then glutathione literally takes those particles and it grabs them and it crushes them and it brings them to a pathway where they can be made water soluble. So another ion can be attached to them and they can go out into the urine or into the feces or into the sweat. So glutathione, it's a chelator. A lot of people use high doses of glutathione to chelate heavy metals out. That's one of the big things that it does. It neutralizes a lot of these toxins that are making us sick. The glutathione, for me, relative to Hashimoto's, both of those things are important because oxidative stress, as well as toxins, are big triggers and perpetuators of autoimmunity, Hashimoto's, and so from that perspective, it has that part of the puzzle. The biggest thing for Hashimoto's, I think, in addition to these two, or maybe even above these two, is glutathione helps to fuel and strengthen a part of your immune system called the T regulatory system. So what does this part of the system do? If you get an attack, a viral attack, okay, a virus, so many viruses are triggers for Hashimoto. But if you get a viral attack, okay, and your immune system has to attack it, it'll attack. Hopefully it'll kill the virus eventually. But something has to tell the immune system, hey, you've killed the virus now, stop. And it's called the T regulatory part of your immune system. And this regulatory part says, okay, it's enough. You've killed it. You've stabbed it, you've beaten it up, you've chopped it into pieces, it's dead. It's gone. Stop. That is important, okay? That is an important function. Otherwise, your immune system goes crazy and starts doing other things like attacking you. Now, when your DNA says that it's all right for that virus to attack you, and that virus exceeds the regulatory system's ability to stop it, that doesn't deter the regulatory system. Every time you have a trigger, that regulatory system is now going to try to stop that virus, not from not being killed anymore, but from attacking the tissue that your immune system says it can attack. And glutathione is what fuels that system. It's what makes that system strong. So when people have autoimmunity, they almost all have low glutathione because the glutathione is being literally sucked right out of your system all day long if you're not aware of what your triggers are. And every time you eat a food that you're sensitive to or allergic to, or every time you get an inflammatory response, or every time you overdo it, or any of 40 different things, your glutathione is being used to strengthen that system, which is trying to stop the inflammatory response that's created by that trigger from getting your immune system to attack you. Those are the three big areas, and glutathione does even way more than that. It's like insane. It helps heal your blood-brain barrier, and it helps heal your, it does so many things. It's insane. I mean, it's really, it's just the top. It's the biggest antioxidant. It's the most powerful antioxidant that research knows of at this point in time. And so that's one part of what is important to do with Hashimoto's. But glutathione should be a big player in any person's Hashimoto's protocol.